Yo, what's up, guys? We are back with another episode of the Smith Bros, and we got Taylor Dooley. We got Lava Girl.
Freaking Dooley.
We have Lava Girl. Yeah, that's right. All you guys, you better stay for the whole thing because we're about to talk about Hollywood. She knows a lot of stuff that's been going on. She basically confirmed a lot of things that we had already been speculating, that we've all been speculating for the longest time ever. Taylor Dooley, she's dope. All you men who have the biggest crush on her, had the biggest crush on her growing up, and are going to continue to after you watch this interview. Stay tuned. And all the girls who like Shark Boy, well, too bad, but Lava Girl's here, and you're going to be happy about it anyways. So, you guys will see you. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God, just Lava Girl!
Oh my God. Guys, look who we have here.
Oh my gosh.
Lava Girl, a.k.a. Taylor Dooley, a.k.a. Lava Girl, a.k.a. Taylor Dooley, a.k.a. Lava Girl.
Lava Girl. A.k.a.
No, guys.
the other Smith bro.
Yeah. What's up? So, say hi to the people. Hi.
Hello,
wave,
people.
wave.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, but that's the camera right there.
yeah,
Yes.
that's right there.
Well, I'm
So-
distracted by us over
Yeah,
here.
no, she sees herself. She's like, I should say hi there.
I am.
No,
This
but-
is who I'm saying
Yeah.
hi to. Just
So-
kidding.
Taylor, we're at the
What
We
are
Wake
you
in America to the fly. We're at
He
the
just likes doing that.
Yeah,
We're at the We Wake in America tour with Taylor Dooley.
we are.
She's kind of cool.
Thank
So
you.
we met her a year ago ish. What's it? August still?
Yeah.
So it was a year ago.
We're still in
You know,
August.
I'm just sometimes it's
a thing.
September and you never know.
Sometimes you just wake up and it's
And it's the
September.
next month. That's
And y'all
that's-
both know that didn't make any kind of sense. You're letting it roll. I don't know if I can let that slide.
We don't make sense a lot,
Ever.
honestly.
ever.
Sometimes you wake up and it's a whole new month. Okay.
It happens.
First of all, that's
the
actually-
30th. The 30th. I was just gonna say.
Technically, that's how it works.
That
You
is
wake up and
exactly
it's
how it
next month.
happens.
You know that's not what you meant, but
That is
anyways.
exactly what I meant. But anyways, so wow.
This has gone.
Yeah.
so far
So
down the
we're with the awesome, amazing, talented,
Oh dear.
woke leftist Taylor Dooley.
Definitely not.
No, so anyway, we'll get into this is what we're gonna talk about. So since you are a Lava Girl and everyone in the thumbnail is
Was
gonna, and since you are Lava Girl, not was, you will always be her.
Always.
And you were in the industry, obviously. So to be so outspoken, to be at alt-right convention like this,
Yeah.
how do you deal with all these people that are so pro-life and pro-God and
It's definitely been first of all, it's been a learning process for me because I was kind of like you guys grew up knowing God. So I've always been a Christian and I've always been close to the Lord. But obviously there's been seasons in my life where I wasn't. And so navigating that through like the lens of being a child actor and everything that they push at you, it's definitely been hard and it's taken a turn, and there's been lots that's happened, and there's lots that I've seen happen and witness in the industry, which is so hard. But then like as an adult coming into it and deciding that I'm going to actually like speak up for the Lord, not just be a Christian who's an actor, but to really just profess my faith and also stand up for the things going on in this world. Because I think we're at a precipice in the world right now where you can't kind of straddle the two sides anymore. You have to, like, if you're a Christian, there's just no denying what's going on in the world. Like, you have to wake up and there used to be like, oh, well, that's politics, I don't get into politics, but it's kind of all metal. Yeah, it's so meddled together that you can't not talk about that. So as a Christian in the industry, you're told to just like praise God if you want to, but don't be too loud about it and don't make that big of a fuss about it, and definitely don't talk about politics unless it's the agenda that they like it. But other than that, you're like, stay and don't talk. And I decided the Lord really put it on my heart probably about a year or two ago that I just wasn't going to. I think like everybody, the world just got super crazy, and I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to start screaming Jesus' name from the rooftops and just start talking about my faith. And it's definitely been a journey. I took a long time off of acting because of things that happened when I was a kid. I could go on forever about the industry and what it's like to be a child actor. It was very, very hard. And so I was just kind of trying to dip my toe back into it because we did We Can Be Heroes with me coming back as Lava Girl again, which was so
dope.
funny.
Yep.
It was fun. It was
come
amazing.
true.
I got to have pink hair again. It was such a beautiful experience. And I kind of was like, okay, Lord, like maybe this is you're telling me that I'm going to get back into this. Yeah. And because it's something I've loved, I never put this, I prayed for the Lord to take the love of acting off my heart. I was like, this is too hard of a business. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. Take it away from me. And he He has never taken the love of it away. And I miss it so much, but it's kind of like reshaped where I've given it to him. And I've just said, you know what, it's yours. If you want me to do this, I'll do it in the way that you want me to, but I'm not gonna sell out for anything. So I just started talking about my beliefs, talking about who I am. And I went to one of Sean Foyt's Disney, when Disney did the whole everything going on and all their leftist stuff. Went to one of his places and like his cool worship thing outside of Disney, and it got picked up from everyone that Lava Girl was there.
Oh, no.
And that was like my coming out party of being a conservative, because I'm blessed. The Lord really blessed me with a lot of wonderful, amazing followers on Instagram, and so if you follow me on there, you know I'm a Christian. I don't ever hide it, but I'm not on a platform like you guys. I don't have a podcast where I sit around and talk about conservative, I just don't. So like if you follow me, you know, but if you don't follow me, you don't. And so apparently people were appalled. I ruined their childhood. And this very next day, I got a call from my agent and manager, and they dropped me.
Oh my!
What?
Because they were like, we love you, and we respect you, but we just can't be associated with that. And they tried. What's funny is they tried to give me the workaround. They tried to go, oh well, we just need to go in different directions because. And I finally was just like, cut to what it actually is, and you're a little outspoken, and that doesn't really work for the business.
Shows up at an event.
Yes,
You're really outspoken.
Showed up at the event.
Just said too much with your presence.
The problem is my movie was Disney. So they wanted to pick that up and make that a huge deal. And I stand by being there. I mean, I put out a press thing on my Instagram and said, this is how I feel. I'm not backing down. You're not going to bully me into submission. I'm not going to do that. And then the same exact thing happened when Roe vs. Wade was overturned. And I posted about that. Oh my gosh, did I make people so angry. Oh my gosh. And the craziest thing was the amount of hate from people that are supposedly so loving and wonderful, tolerant. And they're the tolerant ones. The amount of people that wrote me to tell me horrific things because I have two little ones, about my daughter and things they wish happened. It was just witchcraft, and it was terrible, and I rebuked it, and it was but it was very heavy, and it's been hard to navigate it. But I just feel like a common theme in everything going on in all of these events for everyone speaking out is that when you speak up for the Lord stands up for you.
Yeah.
And if you stand up for God, God is going to stand up for you. And 100%. I just think that that's where we're at. And I think right now with everything going on with the Mar-a-Lago raid and everything happening that's just starting to be just crazy right now. Mm-hmm. I just think it's we're at a precipice, and we're at a time where no matter what industry you're in, even if you're not in an industry, if you're a student, whatever it is, I think we're at a time where we just all need to start speaking up.
Yeah, that's 100% true. And when it comes to acting and stuff, I think it's cool that places like the Daily Wire, people that are creating movies and creating alternative sources for people that want to do what they want to do, but not feel canceled for it. Yeah, because everyone's over this cancel culture. Everyone's over this. I
honestly think even Hollywood is over the cancel culture. Honestly. They've been burned enough for it that I think they're over it, but they do it silently now. Yeah. Now they don't use Twitter, and they don't use all the trolls, and they just silently do what they did to me. They call you and they drop you, and then you get no opportunities anymore because you don't have an agent or a manager, because that's how it works when you're an actor. The only way I can get a role is if someone submits me and I audition, or if I knew someone that wanted to put me in a movie or something. But that's largely how it works. And so without that, they're like the gatekeepers. But they're the gatekeepers. What's crazy is they're that way. Agents and managers are that way from the time you enter the business as a child actor. They're always the ones that are you feel so special because you're oh, but the problem is they're some of the most toxic people in the industry. Yeah. And because they just misuse that power. They get people to just fawn all over them and go, oh, I want you to please represent me. And they'll give you a stack of rules for them to represent you. And if you don't follow them, you don't get representation. And you think that's your dream is dying if you don't get to do that. So you follow the rules and you play by the rules, and hopefully you get a job.
You think there's a lot of people who are Christian conservatives that kind of just don't speak on their beliefs because they're afraid of being dropped by like the
I
church and stuff?
absolutely 100% know there is.
No.
Oh, I know a lot of people that might even surprise people that are actually Christian that don't speak out about it at all. Like
Really?
not even like Chris Pratt level, just a little bit, like just at all. Don't speak out about it at all. And they believe in God, but they just don't want to sacrifice their careers. But like I said, I think we're at a point where it's like you can't worship two gods.
Wow.
And it gets to a point where if you're constantly denying him basically by not standing up for him, I think at some point, are you really a Christian?
is he your
then?
Lord?
Is he really your Lord? Like,
That's good. That's really good.
because we gotta just,
You put yourself first.
yeah, you are, and you're putting money first or whatever it is that you're kind of idolizing above him. Because if you really truly knew God and love the Lord, you'd know that if you step out for him, he's gonna bless you. He'll take care of it. He has for me. And you know, it was hard, and it's not like it wasn't emotional. I definitely cried and was like, did I do the wrong thing?
Right.
Because like I felt like my dream was going down the toilet. Like, oh dear, like what did I do? I had a movie I could have bounced off of, and my managers were like, we can get you another role and it'll be great. And I kind of threw it all away just for God. But then I was like, Taylor, you threw it all away for God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
For God.
That's
Yeah.
more important than anything
That
else.
is way more important. I'm storing up treasures in heaven. It's not
Come
about
on.
here. Like,
Come on.
Hey,
Hey.
I'm about to run. no, but for real. No, that's
You
That's
don't,
inspiring.
you don't understand like how big of a deal it was for us when we saw you for the first time at the Reawaken America tour. Hold on. Okay, all right, Titus. No, because it was like this huge actor, and like, because we loved you as kids. Shark Boy and Lava Girl, insanely amazing movie. Literally watched it like
Beautiful.
on repeat all the time. Anyways, seeing you there was like, oh my goodness, there's people that actors
yeah, that was inspiring.
who stand up for what's right,
you.
and it's just like what?
I
It was
like, I
so
thought they were
cool.
all Satan worshippers.
some of them are.
That's what Alex
Trust
Jones
me.
told me.
I was like,
Some of them are.
They say they get you from the time you're a child. So seeing you, you were a child actor.
Oh,
standing
they
up for what you
tried.
believe.
They
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
They absolutely. Like I said, I've seen things, and I've been in rooms where I've been to parties. I have friends that not my stories to tell, but everything you hear about the dark sides of Hollywood is 100% true. And some of it's coming to light with like Jeanette McCurdy's book
Yeah.
that she's kind of talked a little bit about Nickelodeon and her experiences at Nickelodeon. But I was around for those because one of my best friends was on a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
And so I was around. I know who her showrunner was. I saw these things happen. I saw how everyone was affected. And then I myself had meetings with, you get meetings with Disney when they want to create your own show, but they won't let your parent in the room and you're only 12, and they're like, no, we're going to take you up to the top floor with you in a
What?
room full of like 12 men, and we're going to talk about your show. And it just gets very uncomfortable very quickly. And I was probably another reason I never worked is I was the first little kid that was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to go. And I was
psycho.
like,
That's
but they do it.
gross.
They groom you to think that it's okay. They tell you that you got to do this because don't you want to be an actor? Isn't this your job? And you just want to please them because they put themselves in this position like they're of power. And you're a kid, just like when you want to please your mom and dad. You
Right.
get like this like power dynamic there, and it happens as an adult. It's why Harvey Weinstein was able to do what he was doing.
right.
But if you think that Harvey was the only one doing that,
Yeah.
and that now that he's gone, that's not in Hollywood anymore, then you're not paying attention because that's all that Hollywood is, really. It really works on it's a pay or play type of thing. And it's kind of why I feel very called, like the Lord's just called me out because I've just seen so much of it that I'm like, if it happens for me, it happens, but I'm not willing to go there. I'm not willing to do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And they know that. So that's why I don't work.
Wow. I love that.
Yes.
That's funny because I grew up, our family's always been into like music and like theater, or me and specifically some of us. And I was
Not
like,
me.
I was going to move
You could
to,
have just said it wasn't.
I
me.
was going
I was
to,
gonna do it.
what?
No, because like
You specifically,
Yeah,
definitely,
no,
I can
I
tell.
wasn't going to expose
no, it's fine.
And the point,
except for me.
the point is, we were
Goodness.
into that, and I was like gonna like move to California after high school. I was like, I'm gonna go on and be a star. I was like, this is gonna happen. And then I heard all this stuff about like sketchiness going on in Hollywood, and like
You don't
I had a
wanna
friend who
believe
lived in California. He's like, oh, pedophilia is huge here, and I was like, what?
yeah.
He's like, all this stuff, and I was like, I don't want to be a part of that.
You get it's just commonplace that like when you get to a certain level, they decide there's certain directors, and I won't name names for the sake of things, but like there's certain directors that if you get big enough that they want to put you in a movie or consider putting you in the movie, they're going to call a meeting with you. And the meeting is a car comes and picks you up from your house, and you can be like 13 years old. This happened with one of my friends. A car is going to come pick you up from your house, or your mom can drop you off, but she has to stay in her car. And then you go in this home of this director person. And this happens with multiple directors. And it's, it's little boys and little girls, and it just depends on the person. And and I have friends that do those things because their parents, they target people whose parents aren't paying attention, and they come back never the same. And it's very sad. And you wonder why, child stars end up so off the rails.
Yeah.
Because how do you process that? It's just so hard.
You think about all these like Disney actors, like people like Bella Thorne, who like went in.
Yeah.
And she seemed like she was so sweet and innocent. And
she was. I knew her back in the day. She was much younger than me, but she was really good friends with a younger friend of mine, and she was the sweetest, cutest little girl.
Yeah.
Like, the sweetest thing.
So far from that now.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't be able to tell that was the same.
But
person.
I think it's just, honestly, it's goes back to like the spiritual realm and all these contracts you enter into spiritually, and these like demons that fight that. And I think that it's just really, really hard for them. And for me, my heart breaks for those people. Like, I don't think that it's necessarily I don't want to condemn anyone and go like, oh my gosh, you did this for fame. I think you're a kid and you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know what else to do. I don't know what I would have done if my mom wasn't smart enough to not let me get in those positions. I don't know what I would have done because you're uncomfortable. I'm a people pleaser, and I'd be so uncomfortable. I don't even want to know what would have happened. Right. So it's and even as an adult, they really start to play as you start to get like older. Even as a woman in the business, they start to go like, let's go for movies or meetings at bars, and let's go to, and they try to get you to drink alcohol, and it just the line is so blurred that it's just a part of it. And
just do your job.
Sad.
That's so sick.
It is.
Do
it
your
is.
job. Stop trying to like sexualize and be inappropriate like that.
But I think the devil has a stronghold on the entertainment industry, especially Hollywood. He does. And that's what it is. I don't think it started that way. I don't think that's what it was meant to be. And I personally don't believe that's what it's going to be in the future. I think that the Lord is going to come, and I think there's a lot happening, and there's a lot changing, and there's a lot of people standing up for God. And there is a lot of people that believe and want things to change. And I think that there's going to, just like the Daily Wire, and I think there's going to be a resurgence that it's going to change the way Hollywood is. And I think Hollywood's going to either have to get with it, or they're going to be completely annihilated by these other things that are popping up. I think we're living in a time where God is so powerfully here. And I think that he's going to reshape the entertainment industry, and I think it will be different. And I think that I just hope and pray for the people that have been stuck in this and have like these terrible, terrible scars, because I have my own, I went through my own teenage drama, childhood drama from things that just the rejection alone of being a kid, constantly going, no, you're not good enough. You're too pretty. You're too ugly. You're too fat. You're too skinny. And you're constantly just judged, and they tell you to your face, like and it's usually never to do with talent, like ever. It's like, I once lost out on a role because they said that I looked exactly like a cousin they didn't like.
What?
I'm not joking.
That's like, what?
They were like, we can't hire you. I was down to me and another girl, and they literally said, you look like a cousin that like I hate, so I couldn't be trapped on set with you. And I was like,
trapped.
And by the way, I'm like 14 at the time, and I'm like, okay.
You're not a mature adult.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I don't know what else to tell you.
sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm not your cousin. but it's just crazy how you can't expect something to be so focused on your body image, yourself, yourself, and not have selfish people running around in it, and not have people that want to like take that for their own gain. It's just the way
things
it is.
need to change, because we need Shark Boy and Lava Girl too. We got We Can Be Heroes too. It's not. It's like, yes,
we got her.
Yeah.
Right, we got you, which is great.
Both y'all.
I don't know if that's ever gonna happen.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done with movies.
I don't know.
Lava Girl movie. That'll work too.
We talked about it. We are supposed to do a We Can Be Heroes too.
Okay.
With the kids and the adults. I don't know if it's happening. I don't know how that's all going to go down. And to be completely honest, I don't know what's going to, I mean, it's all Netflix, and I'm me now.
She's an alt-right.
I'm not Netflix material.
Right.
I'm not what Netflix is hiring these days.
She's a misogynist nowadays.
Misogynist.
I'm all the things that they slap on other people. So I don't know.
Yeah, probably a
but
little bit of racism in there too.
I'm sure I'm all the things. I'm a woman hater. I'm all the things that they like to slap on.
Xenophobia right
yes.
here.
All the phobias that I can't even keep up with. But
Exactly.
the truth of the matter is I just the Lord told me a long time ago. I was praying and the Lord was like, "You're going to be a bridge," and I feel like,
Ooh, I like that.
that's like a weird call. I haven't fully understood it, but I feel like it's a weird call in my life to help bridge a gap between those who like have been in Hollywood and those who are wanting to cross over into like speaking about their beliefs. And I don't know how the Lord's going to use me to be that way, but I think I
see that.
But
I actually see that like big because, I mean, there's so many people out there that are believe the way we do that. There are opportunities or they feel there's no opportunity for them to be able to do that. It's for you to be like, no, I was on this side and I want to be able to help create. And maybe you'll like align up with the Daily Wire or create your own thing or whatever and just create a whole nother thing. A whole nother group, a whole nother
Taylorwood
business. Taylorwood.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Taylor would invite you here and you don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have
just be good.
Just be good.
That's it.
Just have a talent, work on it, and we're in rooms with 12 men when you're 14 years old.
Right.
Or 20 years old. Or 30 years old.
Or ever.
Or ever.
Not. Let's just not.
Let's just not be creepy.
Let's just not do that.
Let's
put some boundaries
we'll have
up.
a Bible in every single edition room.
Exactly.
Just read that.
Just
there
read
you
it.
go.
Front to back.
Are you okay with that? Is that okay? Okay, good. You can join us then. No. Okay, but no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, shoot.
Yeah, well,
I wanna like. Do you have anything that you wanna like tell? Oh, you're gonna say
go ahead,
anything that you can like. Well, one, everyone needs to follow you. I'm sure they already do because you're a Lava Girl. But give us your ats, where they can find you, anything you're doing.
I am on Instagram. I am at Taydools. Because that was what was available because someone stole Taylor Dooley. Give it
back to her.
There's only one.
Give it back to her.
So I'm at Taydools, and you can find me on there. That's where I talk about life and keep everyone updated. And I'm also I host a show on His Glory TV called His Story, where I interview celebrities and guests, and we talk about how the Lord has worked in their life, which is really cool.
Yeah, guys, they had Cole Michelson on there before.
We did.
Yeah.
That was super. I was very excited about that one.
Yeah, Vampire Diaries. I was like, this man. That like you and him for me is like these people that are part of that world that like just don't even care. Like I'm gonna speak for Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a very inspiring. Lava Girl, a huge like monumental moment of every kid's life.
Literally.
Cole Michelson, like the Vampire Diaries of that show, biting people.
Going from
vampires to like, no, Jesus. No, it's cool. But anyways, thank you so much for coming on. And we're going to have you on again because you're awesome. You're Taylor Dooley.
Well, I'm the third. I'm the third SMITHBRO now.
Yeah. So,
signed and written.
I dubbed myself.
In the contract. No, but anyways, you're awesome. We'll see you again soon. And
thank you.
Everyone go follow her. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. It was so much fun. As you can see, Taylor Dooley's hilarious and it was just fun, and she was given a lot of insight into what's going on in Hollywood. But also, we are starting a detox very soon. We've been eating super unhealthy, really bad. Man. It's disgusting. I feel gross. I actually feel gross. I'm 27 years old and I feel disgusting.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, but we're gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough.
Because you can't stop eating this Chick-fil-A.
No, because I be eating that Chick-fil-A.
He likes eating the gross
pizza.
stuff.
But
you're making me do it.
You know what? No, this ain't about you right now. This ain't about you.
But the point is,
no.
Yes,
it's important. We want to live long. We want to live healthy lives. So we're going through this detox, and we want each and every one of you to hop on with us.
So go to Sherwood.tv. Because Mark Sherwood, the guy we interview every single week, he's a super great doctor. He's seen so many transformations with people losing diabetes going away, cancer, a lot of things just reversing because of what he's been teaching his people. Go to Sherwood.tv, put in a promo code SMITHBROS. You can get a discount, a massive discount, using our promo code. And also, guys, you can do it with us. So we'll start together and we'll go through this whole thing together. So yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you there. Go to Sherwood.tv and we'll see you there. Peace.
Hi friends, Dr. Mark Sherwood here.
And I'm Dr. Michelle Sherwood.
Not everyone can make an appointment with us. but you can receive many of the same educational benefits our patients receive through our most comprehensive course, Health Secrets Exposed.
Modern healthcare, or should we say sick care, is more focused on profit than your health. And in this course, you'll discover what sick care has been keeping from you all along.
Here's a hint. You don't need more medication.
You need the simple truths in this course to unlock optimal health. Health Secrets Exposed is usually $149. Now it's just $99 with your promo code. It's time for you to learn what Big Pharma doesn't want you to know. Get access to this course now at sherwood.tv.